Hello, Liam. Good morning. How you doing? Do I have my volume up? Wait a second. Oh, I was gonna do that new thing. Hello, how you doing, guys? Thank you for subscribing to the channel. How you doing, Gorshenberg, and really big Ethan? Hello, Ethan. How you doing? How's everybody's morning? It's Friday. Some of y'all are getting paid today. What you spending your money on? What you spending your money on? Thank you, Ethan. Thank you so much. What are you spending your money on today? Hey, woo woo, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning. I'm buying a new wig. You buying new? Buy me one too. You gonna save it. You gonna save your money. That's good. In this economy, save your money. Because there might be some rainy days coming. Save your money. You hope I go viral? I don't know. It's kind of hard to do that these days. Hello, Jody. Good morning. How you doing, Jody? I don't know. It's hard to go viral. It's hard to get up in YouTube these days, without doing something crazy. You got to do some crazy stuff, crazy challenges. You got to put mayonnaise on your face or jump off a bridge or something crazy. You got to do something wild. And I ain't doing that. Okay? I'm not doing none of that crazy stuff. Just doing me, doing my regular. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I can't do the crazy stuff. I'm just here to have fun, for a little while. Have a good time. That's it. Create some crazy perspectives. Those kind of videos, my perspective on things. That's it. Can't do no more than that. Okay? Can't do no more than that. I do live streams and stuff because I like talking to the people. So that's it. Come on here and do my little thing. But viral, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I might. I guess it depends on what I'm talking about. I guess it depends. Oh, thank you. Go shopping. Ball out. Oh, I lost my voice. Ball out. Have fun. Have fun shopping. Your man gave me a viral. Your man gave you a viral. A viral what? An STD? to go to hospital. You know, they got this this super STD that eats you like a goldfish. So you need to go on get that checked out. Go on to the doctor. Pray before you get there. You don't know what you got. It doesn't pay to really sleep around with people these days, because these people, a lot of these people got the itchies and the scratchies. Okay, they scratching and itching everywhere. A basketball player was caught on camera. I don't know if nobody's seen that. I think he's a basketball player. He was digging in his butt and then wiped his booty juice on the wall at the hotel. Nasty work. Nasty work. You don't know what these people got in their drawers. You don't know what they got. You know what kind of leakage. And all these people doing all these backdoor activities. You don't know what these people got. So be safe. Be safe out there. There's a lot of backdoor activity going on. A lot of backdoor. You don't know what these people got. Okay, got up in you and gave you a kitty litter surprise. I hope you can be cured too. I'm gonna pray for you. Get the Bible out. Where is it? You gotta pray about that. You gotta pray. You gotta pray that that's why we need science. You know, I know everybody hates science. You know, y'all get climate change. You don't believe it's real. But let me tell you something what's real. That scientists that create that medicine to stop that itching and scratching. You want that. We want scientists. Don't let these people fool you into thinking we don't need no scientists. We need scientists to help you with your ailment, with your scratching and your itching. I've seen it too many times. You be standing there in the grocery store, all of a sudden some man is down in his drawers scratching and itching. Or you go down in some of the crazy parts of town and some woman on the corner, she's rubbing her booty against the pole, scratching and itching and all this. There's a lot of scratch itch going on. They scratching like a lottery ticket out there. I'm telling you right now. Oh, you staying on while you go shop? Yeah, shop till you drop and stay on here. So yeah, a lot of people itching and scratching. So keep yourself safe. You know, take showers. You know, not that that's gonna prevent, you know, anything really, but keep yourself clean. Go to the doctor often and get tested for all the stuff. The gonorrhea, the ST, the HIV, the gonorrhea, chlamydia, whatever, super fungus. They got something that'll eat you alive. All that. Get tested in between partners. Okay, in between messing around with these people. Because some of these people be hurt. They be depressed. They be hurt. And they don't care that they got something and give it to the next person. Because somebody gave it to them. They mad. And they don't care who the next person catch a stray. Do you want to be the victim? Keep your legs closed. Just enjoy life. You don't have to be out here, you know, laying down with everybody. Just enjoy, like, go to brunch. You know, go to brunch, go to movies, enjoy a sunset, go travel, you know, go read a good book on the beach, you know, stuff like that. You don't need to open your legs to nastiness, okay? Don't do none of that, okay? Because the diseases are incurable. They can't cure none of this stuff. They only can ease the discomfort and sometimes prevent you from being contagious to other people. That's all they can do. They cannot cure none of this stuff. Okay? And you don't want somebody like me to see you out there itching and scratching, because I'm going to frown up if I see you. If I see you out there itching and scratching, I'm going to, that's the look I'm going to give you. Like, you know you nasty. That's what I'm talking about. Brunch. Enjoy a good French toast with some coffee and a little whipper cream. Get you a little whipper cream, some coffee, French toast. Enjoy that. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. You work hard. You deserve to go shopping, okay? Shopping. Like Ethan, go shopping. Enjoy yourself. Finally buy you a new pair of drawers, socks, shoes. You know what I mean? You've been wearing them beat up clothes, been working like a slave at the job. Go on and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Forget the bills. Forget the bills. Forget the bills. Look at the bills and say, I see you later. Long as your rent is paid, everything else is a toss up at this time. Just go do what you want. Look at them bills and say, you know what? God got it. Say, God got it. And move on. Long as your light bill and your rent is paid, everything else is a toss up. Say, God got the rest. And go and have a good time today. Go shopping. You know, now Monday, you know, when you realize you're going to spend your money, you may have to call some of the places. You know, let them know you ain't gonna be able to, you know, make that payment this week. But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. You live and you live and you live. You're here to have a good time, because we're not here for a long time. We're not here for a long time. Tomorrow's not promised. Okay, enjoy life. Smell the roses. Wigs before bills. You got a big thing with wigs. Me too. I love wigs. I love new wigs. I love blonde. I'm about to go blonde. Thank you, Ethan. I'm about to go blonde. So this wig is about, I call this God's hair. And this God's hair right here is about to be out of commission in a week or so. In a week or so, we on to something new. We on to something new. Something more blonde. Blonde. I want to go just, I love blonde hair because it's exciting. It's fun. You know, people, when I go out and I have blonde hair on, I get so many compliments. People are so sweet to me. Like I'm an innocent, you know, little flower or something. And so people are so nice when I get the blonde hair on. I know that's right, Ethan. I know that's right. I know, I hear what you're saying. It does. It does. It does. It need more likes, more views, more people, more energy. Yeah, I don't get a lot of views because people don't like to stay, because sometimes I talk about politics and stuff. People don't like that, but ain't nothing I can do about that. That's me. I like to talk about politics. I like to talk about science. I like to talk about the solar system, your food that they are poisoning. I like to talk about everything, about relationships, all kind of crazy stuff. Because why? That makes me me. That's me. That's me. I talk about everything. That's why I can't be with just anybody. I gotta be with somebody that can go along with what I'm talking about. I gotta be with somebody that can go along with the stuff. Okay? Talk about everything. Everything and anything. What's not nice? What's not nice? What's not nice? I think, yeah, blondes have fun. I agree with you. I agree. When you have blonde hair, it just elevates the, you know. Oh, the people that leave. You know what? That's okay. My thing is people. First of all, I'm coming on early in the morning, and there's a lot of people that do drive-bys in here because they on their way to work. They just about to work or something like that. So I'm gonna take it as that people are at work and they can't stay on here. So the timing has something to do with people coming in and out of here, because sometimes it'll randomly be like 20 some people in here, and one time I seen like 50 people in here, and then all of a sudden they disappear. So my thing is people are going to work and they just sliding by, going back and forth and all that kind of stuff. But that's okay. They see me, they said, oh, she's crazy or she's interesting, and then maybe they'll come back and stay a longer time. So it takes time to build up a whole group of people. It takes a lot of time. What I'm noticing nowadays is that every now and then I'm getting a flush of people in here, and then they disappear lately. So that's something new. Seeing a lot of people at one time and then they leave and stuff like that. So, it takes time. It takes time. I've only been live streaming for how long have I been live streaming? I have been live streaming maybe. Well, what do you think? How long do you think I've been live streaming? I think I've been live streaming for, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 months or something. Maybe 4 months. Maybe 4 or 5. Maybe 4. I'm not gonna say 5. Maybe 4 months I've been live streaming. And I don't have all the equipment to do all the crazy stuff people do when they live stream, like the microphones and all this kind of stuff. I don't have all that stuff. I don't have some people have sound machines and all this crazy stuff. I don't have all that stuff yet. It takes money to do all that stuff. Well, extra money to do all that crazy stuff. I don't have all that yet. But maybe one day I'll have more of a production type of deal in my live stream. More of a production. But that takes time too, so we'll see. We'll see. But right now, it's just me. That's it. That's it. That's it. Today's topic is, what is it? When your partner, thank you, Ethan, thank you so much. So, today's topic is when your partner, if you've seen the title, is when your partner, and the reason why, let me explain something. The reason why I interject my topics into my live stream is because it's easier to digest sometimes. It's easier to digest these crazy topics and stuff like that. So, if you look on the title of the video and you look at the picture on the video, it says Unpretty Thoughts. Unpretty Thoughts is my Substack, and that's where I write all my articles for my newsletter, Unpretty Thoughts. I write all kind of stories from my perspective, not really about what how I feel about things and stuff like that, whether it's relationships, the world, whatever. So I have that, and so I try to interject those articles into my live streams. And one of the articles that I'm writing about, and I'll write in detail about, is when your partner secretly does not like the way you look. They don't like the way you look. You know what I mean? So, thank you, Ethan. So, people get into relationships with people, and what I don't understand is you get in a relationship with somebody, you see them exactly how they are. You see them as they are, right? And you stay together for a minute or a couple years. And for some reason, people start to be different or mean or whatever towards their partner, especially when it comes to their looks. It's like, well, you knew what this person looked like from the beginning. Why would you stay? Why would you stay with somebody and you secretly don't like how they look? It makes absolutely no sense to me at all. If you don't like how your partner looks, it's best to just walk away. Go on, walk away. If you don't like how they look, don't talk to them. Whatever benefit you think you getting, whatever it is, it ain't worth you suffering. You suffering being with somebody you're not proud of. In order for relationships to really work and be successful, you have to be proud of who you are with. You have to love how they look. If you don't love how they look, then ain't no use in talking to them. Ain't no use in talking to them. You can't talk to somebody and try to secretly wanting them to change. You want them to be smaller, bigger, whatever it is. That's not gonna happen. And if it does happen, it's gonna happen after they leave you. Those changes. All I'm saying is, if you are with somebody and you don't like how they are, you don't like how they behave, you don't like how they look, all that stuff, you have to detach yourself from the relationship, because it's not going to work out good for anybody, and it's not worth it. Thank you, Ethan. Thank you. It's not worth it. It makes no sense. Because, first of all, when you are with somebody you really don't secretly like, you don't like their body and stuff like that, you give off this messaging within your conversations about how they look without probably even being aware that you are secretly giving them this messaging that you don't like how they look. So how do you think that makes the other person feel? It's going to make them feel bad about themselves. It's going to make them lose their confidence and stuff like that. And so that's not right. It's not right to do that to people. It is not right to do that to people. Having these secret expectations of someone that you accepted from the beginning. It's nasty work. It's the work of the devil to do that, to make somebody feel bad about themselves. Okay? So, if you get with somebody, and I go into detail about it on my Substack, I go into more greater detail about it. But what I'm saying is, if you with somebody, accept them for who they are from the beginning and all the way through. Okay? Thank you, Ethan, thank you. Accept them from who they are. That's how relationships work. People, I see a lot of videos about people being toxic and horrible in these relationships and stuff like that. Once you see somebody is mistreating you or treating you bad, making you feel bad about whatever, especially how you look, you have to detach yourself. Have you watched the movie Sinners? Yes, I seen it. What'd you think? You have to detach yourself from that, Detach yourself from craziness. Don't get in nothing toxic. I see all the women posting videos on TikTok about these horrible relationships. Don't be a victim. Thank you, Ethan. Thank you. Thank you so much. You know, be at peace. You know, I'm at a point that I'm at peace with life. You know, I don't easily attach to people like that. I don't attach myself to people like that because I'm at peace with my life and I want my life to stay peaceful. I don't want to be in drama. I don't want to be in toxicness. I don't want to be in a nasty, low confident, horrible relationship. I don't want to be there. That movie, burn the theater, TC. TC. Really? To me, it was good. I liked it. It was something different. I'll say that. It was a different kind of movie. If you didn't like it, first of all, you have to like Michael B. Jordan. Also, you have to like history. You have to like history. Also, you have to have an appreciation for cinematography. You gotta have the movie required deeper thought. And if you're not a deep thinker and all that, you ain't gonna like it. What? You have to like history. You have to like those things to like that kind of movie. That movie was not for the casual moviegoer. And that really wasn't a movie for real horror. If you're a fan of horror movies and stuff, that probably wasn't your that was probably light work for you. That kind of movie. I don't really like horror movies. Thank you, Ethan. I don't really like horror movies, but that was tame enough for me to handle. Because I don't really like jump scares and somebody coming out the closet and trying to kill the other person and all this. You would have did a Django meets Blade. That's a thought. That's a thought, but how many people gonna watch that? I don't know. You only like Harry Potter. Hey, Forrest, Philly, how you doing? I don't know. If I did a movie, which we don't have enough of, I would do a movie that is romantic and horror. I would do romantic horror, not really horror because I don't like horror. A romantic, high intense drama movie. Thank you, Philly. I would do that. I would do a romantic high drama movie. Preferably with a black woman. You know, a black woman lead that she has to have a killer look. I mean, she has to be top of the line fine. Okay? I would do something like that. It would be romantic and high stake drama. High stake drama. Oh, me? TC, you funny. It is? Me too. I like red. So it would be romance. High intense romance. I'm calling it romance because I can't really call it the other stuff, but You know, it'd be a romantic. I can use the word erotic, romantic, high stakes, intense drama. Mm-hmm. It would be a movie like that. I would create. If I had an endless budget, I would shoot the movie in 3 different places. I would have 2 famous people in the movie, but the main characters you wouldn't know who they were, and all that kind of stuff. So I would have a high stake, just crazy romance on the tip of Edgar Allan Poe type storyline. It'd be an Edgar Allan Poe type storyline, and but it'd be romantic and dark. A dark romantic drama. I should write that. I might write that script. I wonder who would direct my movie. The movie 28 Years Later. Who's that? What movie? Who's in that? I'm gonna have to see about this script. If I write the script, I'm gonna have to sell it. I wonder where can I sell my script? It's about zombies. Oh, I'm scared about zombies. You? Whoa. Yeah, I need to be able to sell my script. Once I write it, I gotta find somebody to buy it. I do got Adobe Scriptwriter. I can it helps you format your script. That sounds like a good idea. I'm gonna have to write me a movie. Now I don't know if I want Tyler Perry writing, directing my movie or nothing. Cause he likes struggle. My character ain't struggling. My character is rich. A rich black woman. Filthy rich. We don't see enough of that. We need to see more rich, luxurious black women in movies. None of that where your hair ain't done and you crying all the time and you running through the streets because Jody got shot and all this, and you can't pay your rent. I don't know why when they put black women in movies, the women can't never pay their rent. The rent always due and all this crazy stuff. And you gotta beg these people, please don't evict me, and all this. And more family movies. We do need more family movies, like National Lampoon's Vacation, stuff like that. We need more family movies, but we need more risky movies. All the black movies are safe. They too safe. The black movies are too safe. It's always, that thug, that gang, that struggling parent, struggling daddy, struggling mama, all this kind of stuff. We need more risky movies to do. Like you stuck in a tunnel for a 24-hour type movie and you can't get out. Doing stuff that black people don't normally do, like go into a cave. I know y'all seen these videos of people going to the cave. It's never black people, but going into caves and getting stuck, something that we would never do. Okay, we would never go into a dark area and knowing that you might not make it out of there. So, stuff like that. A movie where you stuck in a cave for an hour. That'd be a good movie, because black people, that's something we don't normally do. We need movies about things black people are not known to do. Like out to sea in the ocean. We hate swimming. I mean, not all of us, but we don't swim, okay? It ain't got nothing to do with our hair. Bye, Ethan. It has nothing to do with our hair or nothing like that. But we don't like to swim. So it had to be a movie where we out to sea in the ocean. And you know, there's sharks in the water. There's a big old turtle floating out there. A sea lion, an octopus that's giant out there in the middle of the ocean. And somehow, oh, I know what happened. We were on a Carnival cruise doing boots on the ground. We was doing the boots on the ground dance, and we slid off of the ship into the ocean. We slid off the ship into the ocean. And then the boat left us. And now we out there in the ocean, you know. And we a little big. We a little big. Okay? We a little big. And so we floating in the ocean like a big donut, you know, floating on top of toilet water. So we floating in the ocean, and all of a sudden, this big giant octopus comes out of nowhere. His head is above the water, and he's looking at us. We terrified and scared to death. And then he takes us, grabs us, takes us underground, under the water, all the way to the bottom of the ocean, the very bottom. I mean, when I say bottom, where your head pressure is about to explode, but for some reason, our head don't explode because the octopus got us wrapped tight. And we get all the way down to an area of the ocean no man has ever been to before. That kind of movie, something that's so outrageous, okay? That's the kind of movies we need. Stuff that we would never go, we would never do. We would never. I have never seen a black person get thrown off the ship by accident. I never heard of that. So that'd be different. You know, get swallowed up by the octopus and then find out your ancestors down in the ocean somewhere, alive. Wouldn't that be crazy? A whole world down in the ocean of your ancestors. You thought they died. They didn't. They down in the water, in the ocean, deep. So that's the kind of movie we need. We need stuff that we don't do. Or stuck in a room. Stuck in a room with a crazy man, and we're forced to eat mayonnaise only. We forced to eat. It brings tears to my eyes. It brings tears to my Wait, it brings tears to my. We forced in a room with a madman, and we forced. we forced. We forced to eat. Oh my God, I got actual tears in my. We forced to eat mayonnaise in a room for 24 hours. That could be a good movie. Why? Because a lot of black people don't like mayonnaise for some reason. A lot of black people don't like mayonnaise. So we can have a movie where we forced to eat mayonnaise for 24 hours. Or a movie that's a lie. I mean, some people don't like mayonnaise. I like mayonnaise, but some people don't. They don't like it. So, they did that? Oh, that movie been done? Oh. Okay, so that's not going to work. What's some things that black people don't like to do? Then I'm not black. Ah! I'm not black. Skydiving. Now that's something. Now I can't say that because I've seen a few black people nowadays jump out of them damn airplanes with a parachute. I've seen that. Black people have been doing adventures because you know their partners are not they the opposite of them. So they have been doing some adventures lately. Paragliding, sliding, whatever this shit is, where you're on the back of the boat. I have seen those movies. I have seen those movies. I have seen those movies. I forgot about that. The mayonnaise. But anyway, I know black people don't like casseroles. Really, TC? You really gonna hold me to the fire on that one? Bye, Ethan. Have a great day. What are some other things black people don't like to do? Oh, we could do a movie. Swim. I mean, that's the ocean movie I just did. So, ocean movie, swimming. That's really it. I mean, we don't have too much that we don't do because black people ride horses. Not dip our feet in the water. Really, there's nothing we don't really do. I know people say black people don't do this, black people don't do that, but there's really not nothing that black people don't do. Not nowadays. We tried a little bit here and there. We surf now. I seen a black woman surfing in Hawaii. Well, not all of us surf. There's not really nothing we don't do no more. We used to say all this stuff that we don't do that and do. I know one thing, we ain't hiking no. Oh, I tell you what we not gonna do. I know one thing we not gonna do. Yeah, we skateboard too. Climbing that Mount Everest. Now, that's a movie. That's a movie. A black person, you know, they're in the military. I'm gonna say it's a black woman in the military. Because black men, they've already done a lot of military movies. We need a black woman. Black woman, she's military trained. Okay? And they are on a mission. But their helicopter gets attacked. And it gets the helicopter gets attacked and it falls out the sky. She's the only survivor, and she parachutes down and she ends up on Mount Everest. She ends up on Mount Everest. And the place she lands is by all the dead bodies. You know, there's a trail of dead bodies along Mount Everest because these crazy people go up there and it's so cold that they end up dying along the way. And so nobody goes to retrieve their bodies. So the bodies are just laying on the mountain. Crazy. No funeral. Okay? So she lands on this mountain and all that. And she almost dies. She almost dies. She almost died because of the temperature. She don't have the right stuff on to protect her from the elements. Okay? And so one of those people, I forgot what those people are called. Those people that live in the area, the locals, I forget what they call Sherpa. I don't know. They call Sherpa people or something. I don't know. Sherpa. There you go. Wait, you come right on time. You come right on time. There you go. Those people, the Sherpa people, they the Sherpa people see her, save her life, okay? Save her life. But she's on the mountain. Hey, good morning, Waitress, good morning. She's on the mountain, okay? And the Sherpa man saved her. But they can't go back down. So he takes her to a hidden passageway and takes her to another place, and they meet all these people, and she meets all these people. She meets all these people, and they give her this big stone, and she turns into the ultimate soldier. Something like that, something crazy. We have to have crazy, risky movies, okay? I'm tired of the struggling movies. I want something dramatic. I want something crazy. I want us to be catching rainbows or something. Something crazy. Just catching rainbows and put it in our pocket. Okay? Something like that. You know. We need more risk-taking movies. You know, like a movie where we fried chicken and our fingers are no, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I'm pretty sure somebody can fry chicken without. Yeah, that's not gonna work. We need more movies about us. A rom-com, a romantic movie where your partner, all the food they cook is disgusting, okay? And you cheat on them with people who can cook. That could be a rom-com. A leprechaun in a tree. I ain't never seen that video. I'm gonna have to look that up. And black people like magic. So maybe a magic movie. We need more magic movies where you disappear from the child support court, as soon as they do the order. Stuff like that. Something dramatic and realistic. I want to be invisible. We need black people, we want to be invisible too. I don't want nobody to see me sometimes. I want to go like this and I'm gone. Okay? I want to snap my finger and disappear. So we need movies where we can disappear. I don't think we have that yet. We don't have a disappearance. I don't want no cloak that makes me disappear. And then I just want to be able to be invisible and out of here. You want to see true? We get true story movie. Well, no, we don't. You're right. We don't have that many true story. We need true story. We need something different. Not the struggle, not the slave. You only can be a slave for so long, okay? You only can be in that mindset for so long. I need drama. I need excitement. Something interesting. Being locked in a room with your mama for 24 hours. That would be high stake drama. Or an Uno card game that never ends. Oh, that'd be a good movie. An Uno card game that never ends. Oh, you know how intense that movie would be? Draw 4. You know how intense that would be? We need a movie like that. Uno, high stakes Uno game, like you won't get to eat. Oh, go fish! Yes! You won't get to eat. You know. Woo woo. We are in a real life Monopoly game right now. I think that'll make people upset. I think that'll make people upset. Right now, we trying to collect the $200. we trying to get around that board to collect that $200, but we stuck at the utility bill. We stuck at the mortgage. Yeah, we need movies like that. We need movies that are that get out of jail. I mean, if we did a Monopoly movie, it had to be a horror Monopoly movie. Combine the two. Bingo game. Not trying, men try picking up a good. Ooh, we need a movie with a church lady, okay, that she wants, that she a crazy church lady that keeps inviting people over for Sunday dinner, but nobody leaves the house. Nobody ever leaves the house. And you know, all the neighbors like, yeah, Cheryl makes a good. All the neighbors. Then you find out at the end, all the neighbors are in on it. They know she invites people over, and they never leave the house. So that's why nobody tells anybody. And even the sheriff knows that she has people over for Sunday dinner, and the person never leave the house. Every Sunday. What's Sister Cheryl doing? Oh, you know she cooking that fish dinner. Mm-hmm. And then at the end you find out what she does with the people. See, I'm not gonna tell you what she does with the people. But the whole town know that Miss Cheryl cooks Sunday dinner. Ooh, scary! Ooh! Ooh, she's scary! Ooh, Miss Cheryl's scary! Ooh, I'm getting scared. Ooh, I'm getting scared. That's the kind of move, because we scared of church. Low key. Them women get to testifying and speaking in tongue and all that. That could be a scary movie. Called Arsenic and Old Lace. I have to look that up. Yeah, we can revive that with a black twist. With a black twist. Yeah, we gotta have some high stakes craziness. You know. If you gonna do a drug dealer movie, you know, make the drug dealer stop doing drugs and he fall in love. Like he high mafia. I mean, like high stakes mafia man. He killing people every week, all weekend. He just kill. Sell drugs. And then he meet this black woman. And she fixes him this soul food dinner. He fall in love with her and the food. But he's deep in the mafia. He's deep in the game. He deep. And he don't tell her that he's mafia. He don't tell her that he's mafia. But she don't tell him that she's FBI. Oh! Sounds like a good movie! He's mafia. He don't tell her. She's FBI. She don't tell him. That sounds like a good movie. Yeah, for the macaroni and cheese. Yes, he gives it all up for the macaroni and cheese. Now, see, that's a good movie. High stakes in there. And she almost get killed. You know. I think Even though she FBI, I think she gets kidnapped by one of his ops, and he has to go on a journey, a little bit of a journey to get to her, to find her. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Find her and the macaroni and cheese. Like, y'all not taking my woman. She make the best macaroni and cheese on this damn planet. That's what women want. A man is gonna fight for you. Fight for you and the macaroni and cheese. Or I would also like a nerdy movie. A nerdy movie with a black dude, a black nerd movie where he can't he got money, he just can't get no date. He can't get no date. He got money, a good job, but he can't get no date. He black though. He's a homebody. Can't get no date. And he finally meets some girl, some woman, that girl, some woman. But she don't like him. As per usual, you know, the woman don't like the nerd. But something happens and he has to save her life, and then she fall in love with the man. You know, something like that. You fell in love with him because he was a pizza. I know that's right. You got you a pizza maker husband? Shoo, you winning. You winning. I wish I could find a man that knew how to make a pizza. You know what I mean? From scratch. Oh, you winning. You got you a pizza maker, man? That's my favorite, too. A man is good with his hands. A man is good with his hands. That's what you want. Ooh. Ooh. A man is good with their hands. Mm-hmm. If they could toss that dough like that, you know what I mean? They can toss you, you know. I know that's right, woo woo. I know that's right. You know, man, they got good hands. That's what you really want. A man that makes use of his hands. He gonna have hands-on experience with you. Oh yes, a mechanic, a construction worker, one of those home roofer, builder, carpenters. You know, that's what you want. A man of detail, a man that pays attention to the little. You got a little. I see a little hole right there in the wall. Let me patch it up. That's what you want. That's what you want. Your light is flickering over there. Let me go. Get out there in the utility box and fix that. That's what you want. I'll never date another man that don't know how to fix nothing. You know what I mean? I will never talk to somebody that can't fix nothing. That's crazy work. You don't know how to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What's going on? What's going on? I need you to know how to plug that hole in that wall. That's what we need a movie about. Now, see, we don't have enough movies about, you know, the sexy construction worker. We need a movie about a sexy construction worker, but he got an issue. He got to have some type of issue. I don't know what the issue would be, but he has a problem. What could a construction worker problem be besides, you know, marriage problem? No. Oh, Oh, his mom died. Yeah, there you go. His mama died. Mm-hmm. Sexy construction worker. His mama died. And so he decides to leave town because he hates his brother. So he moves it to another place. Don't know nobody. Afraid of height. There you go. And meets a girl who's 6 Now that's a chance. You know what? We don't have enough romantic movies with height difference and weight difference and all that kind of stuff. We need more realistic characters. And that's real life. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a construction worker. He going through something. He meets this woman, and she works at the bakery in town. And she makes all the sweet treats. And he comes in there, and she makes the treats. But he don't know that she owned the store. He don't know she owned it. He just thinks she worked there. Mm-hmm. That'd be a good movie. He just thinks she works there. Mm-hmm. 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 That'd be a good movie. See, I got all the... See, Hollywood need to contact me. Tyler Perry need to... He not going to do none of my movies. Because he going to be like, this is what I want to do. I do what I want to do. Y'all do what y'all want to do. Somebody need to contact me so I can make a movie. ASAP. Contact me. I will have the movie written up and ready to go. Somebody need me ASAP on the creative side to create these movies. Hollywood is tired. AI can't write a good movie to save its life. I know they trying to, I know that these companies are trying to get AI to do all this creativity, write all these movies and stuff. But the problem with AI, it has no soul. It has no soul. It can't get me to cry. Okay? It can get me to laugh at little sly, little, jokes that have been told over and over again. But it can't get in my soul and touch my heart like a Steven Spielberg E.T. movie. It can't. AI is not capable of doing that. And no matter how much they want to, churn out AI movies, it's not going to touch the soul. In order for people to connect with movies, for movies to make an impact, like Armageddon, that was a movie that made an impact. The Color Purple was an impactful movie. AI can't create soul. It has no soul. And so those movies, they can produce as many AI movies as they want. But at the end of the day, those are just video creations to me. Those are not real soulful, impactful movies. They're not going to get what they think. They think, to the movie people, it's just a faster way to turn out a whole bunch of movies that are meaningless. I ain't seen that. I had to pay attention. I ain't seen that weight loss thing. The AI is not moving people. I mean, the younger people, it may catch, see, the problem is, us older people that are still around, and spend money, the younger people are not, as, they don't understand the movies that they used to make back in the day. Those movies were impactful. The soundtracks, were life changing. The soundtrack to the movie, Menace to Society. Let me tell you something. Menace to Society was a damn good movie, and the soundtrack that went with it was off the chain. Okay? And, those type of things, AI can't do that. AI can't replicate that kind of energy. You need energy. You need soul. But see, these companies, they don't care. They care about this. If 2 million people can watch a movie that they only use a couple thousand, if they can make $5 million off of a movie that only cost them some time and maybe a couple $1,000, to them that's worth it. And that means that movies will become a lost art if they let it be that way. But those movies are going to be so robotic, like, that nobody's going to want to really. I mean, people are going to see them because people that don't know real movies, the people who don't understand real cinematography don't understand why this scene is blue, why that area is red, why the lighting is like this, and why that, and then all this. Though the people who don't understand all that, they're going to be easily influenced by the little AI movies and stuff like that. But real moviegoers from back in the day, all of us old heads, we know a trashy movie from a mile away, okay? And so the AI movies, they not going to sweep us up. They going to sweep up the young people because they don't know no better. But us, I've seen too many good movies. I've seen too many good movies in my time, and I know a good one from a bad one. I know. And so, the AI, they keep pushing AI. The AI push is to create fear in people. Is to make people scared of thinking that everything's going to go away today. And that is far from the truth, because these people have not been able to get a lot of this stuff to work efficiently yet. They can't get it to work yet the way they think in their mind. You think one day you gonna come to work and all the you ain't gonna have no job and all the AI has taken over the whole office? In some cases, if you got a company that nobody ever sees the workers and stuff like that anyway, nobody never see anybody, nobody knows how nothing run, and maybe you do one simple thing, maybe you just do one simple task, but because the lack of technology, it takes a lot of people just to do that one thing. Those companies may be able to replace everybody with AI. Okay? But companies that have multiple steps in order to complete something, that's not going to be an easy task. That's not going to be easy to replace with AI. It's not. It's just not. So they keep trying to scare people about robots and AI. I've seen so far a robot shaking because they overworked the robot and the robot was shaking. I seen a robot dancing and that little thing fell over. All these crazy, look, even the robot get tired. The robot get overworked. Like, damn, how long I gotta do this task? When is task over? Pretty soon the robot gonna be like, shit, I'm tired. Where the brake? Where the oil change break? Where the battery break? Because this is getting ridiculous. I I've been serving fries for 17 hours. Even the robot's gonna be tired as hell. So my thought is, they trying to scare us, but we can't be scared of that stuff. I know change is coming. I know technology is getting better and different. You work at McDonald's? Dang, ain't that something? Don't even know how to use a calculator or nothing. That's crazy. Technology has spoiled a lot of people. People don't know how to do directions without Google Maps. We used to use actual maps to get around the city and stuff. My grandpa pulled out a map on me. This is how you get downtown. Da, da, da. And I'm like, oh my God, it looks so complex. I had to learn how to read a map to get around. Dang, that turned couldn't do the math. Technology has everybody spoiled. People don't remember their own phone numbers, barely your own password. I remember a woman was shocked because I was somewhere filling out some information, and I wrote down she said, oh, I need your driver's license number. So I wrote it down, and she's like, you don't have to look at your driver's license? I said, no. I don't have to look at no driver's license to know my driver's license number. I've known it forever, for years. I've never forgotten it. And that's because we used to write them on checks all the time. We used to, back in the day, when you wrote a check, you wrote your driver's license number on the check. So I remember, she was shocked. You don't have to get it. No. I know my social security number by heart. I know my driver's license number by heart. I don't need to pull nothing out because I already know it. Technology has spoiled people a lot, and people don't know how to do things without the phone. Without the phone in their hand. So a lot of us are valuable because we know how to do shorthand, we know how to do data entry, we know how to type and all this stuff and calculate things calculate stuff in your mind, calculate percentages in your mind, stuff like that. And so a lot of people don't know how to do that stuff. Not without that phone. Not without that phone. Okay? Every time the new technology comes along, everybody gets scared. This AI, to me, is no different than, the phone coming along and replacing the pager. Everybody had a pager, and then one day, we all had cell phones. We had, what is that? We all was walking around with cassette players, and then we went to CD players. From CD players to iPods, from iPods to streaming on your phone. So every new advancement is always scary, but it's going to take years for that to be fully implemented. I'll probably be dead and gone by the time all this stuff really pop off. By the time everything is fully automated and AI and robots are walking around, I probably won't even be here. I'm old. I'm on my way out the door. Okay? I'm on my way to another place. Okay? Yeah, I still remember my grandma's phone number. I ain't been in my grandma's house since she died. Well, no, I've been there once since she died. Once or twice since she died. My little cousin, has her house. But I don't talk to him, so I don't never go over there. But I remember her phone number. I never forgot her phone number. So, they trying to scare people with all this stuff, but A lot of that stuff gonna fail. A lot of these companies are gonna fall apart because you know, yeah, it's still in the family. Yep. But it's not gonna be the way people think it's gonna go. A lot of these companies still do. There are some companies that do a lot of work on paper still. They ain't even got to the computer yet. So how you gonna jump from paper to AI? You gotta get the stuff in the computer first. Then you still got companies that still gotta upload they stuff, they data. They ain't done it yet. So, don't be scared of that stuff. Don't be scared of AI. Don't be scared of none of that stuff. You know, they probably will. I don't see it. For me, I don't see it. I don't see it taking over the way they say it's gonna take over. I don't. I really don't see it like that. I don't see it. I don't see any other countries that are more advanced than us complaining about AI. I don't. The chatter is only within America. I don't hear nothing else, nobody else talking about AI and scared that AI gonna take your job and all this kind of stuff. These people in technology, the higher positions, they got a God complex and they think they God or something. And they think they about to move some chess pieces around and make everybody they slave or something. I don't know where they get this. They've been watching too many movies. You right, Rachel, you right. If you don't use your mind, you're gonna lose. Yeah, that's right. And that's why it's easy to make these people into zombies. Is because these people have given up their mind to the phone. And so since they've given up their mind to the phone and let the phone make all the decisions basically, that's what these tech people in the higher position are counting on. They're counting on most of us to be mindless zombies. you know, be, and they show us stuff every now and then to desensitize us from a lot of things. So a lot of things we not shocked no more. We're not shocked at seeing this and that and all this kind of stuff. So, they trying to create a zombie nation, a mindless zombie people. They have to look at them for the bare necessities. Oh, please give me water. Oh, please give me. That's what they want. They want us to beg for water, food, and all this kind of stuff. And, I'm grateful that I'm not a young person and I'm old and I'm about to, clock out of this place. And hopefully I won't be affected by none of this stuff. I could just clock out peacefully. But all this crazy stuff is about to come. Oh, they did. Yeah. I could see it a long time ago. The whole social media thing when it first started popping off, and the phones and all. I could see a long time ago that something ain't gonna be right with this years from now. You could see it. Facebook was the start of the problem. I'm gonna have to listen to the song. But Facebook was the start of hell. Okay, waitress, you have a good day. Oh, it's almost time for me to go to work. Anyway, goodbye, guys. Only got 2 minutes. Gotta go. Enjoy your day, waitress. Enjoy your day, everybody. Have a great Friday. Bye.